gentlemen, welcome to episode 9 of I Was Thinking with Robbie McElhaney. Welcome back. If you saw my post Friday night, you saw that we were having the illustrious, esteemed... You didn't wear a hat today.
I didn't.
That kind of shocks me.
That shocked me too when I left the house.
I was like, oh.
It's okay.
Because originally I wasn't going to wear a hat. But now we kind of flippy-flopped that. What did you think last week? That we haven't even introed yet. Make sure you follow us on our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Catch us on YouTube. Find us wherever you catch your podcasts. I'm kind of off. You caught the end. We've already recorded episode 10. It's an early morning. I have my decaffeinated coffee here.
I have my neon caffeine drink.
Not to be named. Copyright. But welcome back to the show. Josh McElhaney. Kate calls you Joshy. We talked about that last time you were here.
I'm back and happy to be here.
Brotherly banter. Take 2. Action. What are we going to talk about today, Josh? Well, we're going to talk about the dumpster fire that was opening day for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I wanted to say the dumpster fire that is the Pittsburgh Pirates, but we'll get there. I don't want to count them out yet. We'll just kind of maybe talk briefly. We'll recap. I talked a little bit about the Steelers last week. Did you watch last week's episode?
I did not have a chance to watch it. I'm sorry. This week was chaos in a word. I'm just happy to make it here.
I also did.
The arrow is pointing back up, Rob.
We're getting there. We'll talk about the Steelers. We're going to get a NASCAR update from our number one, we'll call you correspondent, our competitive, circular, fast-driving correspondent, stock car racing, Joshy. We'll get a NASCAR update from you. You kind of said there was a hot take thing, so we'll discuss that. And then, if you did see we'll talk some WWE. If you did see the post from Friday, I got treated for my birthday about a month out from my birthday. We can't control when the WWE comes to town. But we went to Friday Night Smackdown. We'll talk Friday Night Smackdown. We are deep in the road to WrestleMania. This is a great time to be a WWE fan. Well, maybe not. We'll talk. But that's what we're going to talk about today. So how about the storm that was opening day?
All I'll say is it's just one game. It's one game of 162.
It's one game of 162, and the Pirates have not been short of disastrous opening days.
There are some memorably bad.
But this was terrible.
I still can remember, I think an all-timer was Gregory Polanco running into short right field, tripping on the grass, and whiffing on a routine pop fly, similar to the new center fielder, which I think that's like, of all of the things, I know everybody wants to shell on Skeens because he got hit around, but
yes, my
thing is always, if you make routine plays routinely,
steal my line,
you get out of jams or you prevent jams. If O'Neal Cruz catches a routine fly ball,
it's a 3-2 ball game.
Like, it's a different story.
Yes.
It's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Skeens probably gets out of that inning, but because Cruz doesn't make that catch, all bets are off. So I put the fault on having a non-outfielder play probably the most important outfield position.
He's not good.
He's just not. He's not meant to be.
He is a shout out to my buddy. Again, I've talked about him a lot on the show, but I won't name him for privacy's sake. He is a liability to the Pirates organization. He's been a great experiment. We're already going to suck. So let's just, of anybody, send his ass to Indy.
I mean, the bat is worth having in the
but
lineup.
It's not.
But not. I mean, it is to an extent. Like you have spots to squeeze in a bat now. Like you have a DH spot for a reason. I know they've got Ozuna there, but I mean, I feel like they put all their eggs into that basket. But
Embiid that tweeted to him to learn how to be a DH or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's time to learn how to be a DH buddy or something like that.
And maybe it was so bad. I mean, and I reached out to you during the game whilst we were both working, but that's a separate thing. And my gripe was with one individual, and I want to take this opportunity to take that back. I had a gripe with one individual when I spoke with you during the game. I was very upset with Donnie Kelly. I think if there's a hero in opening day, it's Donnie Kelly.
Why is that?
Get Skeens the hell on out of there. And I get it, and maybe it's somebody back office saying, hey, we need to salvage any chance of selling tickets. So we need him to pitch next week. But he made the point about it was a pitch count thing, pulling Paul. I don't think he was pitching a horrible game. Granted, they were hitting on him, but that's going to happen. And, I was talking to my manager at work. The Paul Skeens experiment is 3 years old now. People have stuff on him. Like, it's not when he was first coming out throwing 102 mile an hour pitches. You know what's coming now.
I think the expectation cannot be that he's going to go out and throw 6 shutout innings.
Yes.
Every time he pitches.
Correct.
I mean, he might.
But
I mean,
that can't be the expectation.
That's right. I mean, he can still win a Cy Young, and I still think he will win the Cy Young. But this is just one start.
Yes. Like one start of many. The fielding around the support around him has to get it figured out.
Yes.
The one thing I thought was good, the bats were there.
This is probably the best lineup the Pirates have had in a while. Mm-hmm. Like from top to bottom, like I really feel like this is probably the best lineup the Pirates have had in a while.
Yeah.
You've got some power, you've got some batting for average, and their best player is still not on the Major League roster.
Yes.
Like Connor Griffin.
I don't understand that. I do. Because they sent Paul Skeens was in.
So what I think Connor played less than 20 games in the minors last year. So I think it makes sense for him to get some more repetition in the minors this year. Now, if we have the same conversation in July, and he's hitting 300, and he's, I should say, still hitting 300 in Indianapolis, and he's not in Pittsburgh, I think the conversation is a little different.
Right.
But I don't know. Like you probably play him at shortstop, and then you can figure out third base with Chirillo and Gonzalez, and I would be okay with that.
They need an answer in the outfield.
Well,
desperately.
So you've got O'Hearn, who's going to play right field, probably every day. Mm-hmm. They're not going to take Cruz out of the lineup. Which
I'm not saying that, and I don't think. I mean, can he? No. Well, Reynolds
is going to play left field. Reynolds can't play.
He can't play center.
So there's really not, because I was looking at the roster before we started recording, and what they have there, and I think anybody that was paying attention always knew this was going to be a shortfall. The outfield depth is not great.
It's not great,
but
it really never has been.
It's been a while since they've had solid outfield play.
Yeah, McLeod wasn't even an outfielder.
Yeah, he was a right fielder. But I mean, you look across the infield, Horowitz, who I think people jumped to some conclusions with that move last year, but I think he actually panned out to be a halfway decent.
Yeah.
First baseman, decent bat. How about Brandon Lowe hitting 2
home
runs?
Brandon Lowe, yeah.
In his debut, like I don't expect him to hit 2 home runs every day. I don't really think he's like known as this great power hitter.
It would be nice.
You're probably going to see a combination of Jared Triolo and Nick Gonzalez at shortstop, which Triolo is a Gold Glove infielder.
Yeah.
So his bat is definitely probably the weak link of that lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll have whoever's not playing shortstop probably played third base. They also have Jake Mangum, I think is his last name. He could probably play anywhere across the infield, and I've heard some good things about him, and as well as Nick York, who they've been kind of waiting on him to pan out. He was a trade acquisition from a couple of years ago, and I think the only other position to figure out is catcher. Like, who's going to catch? Is it going to be Henry Davis?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be Joey Bart? I'm rooting for Henry Davis. At some point, one of these picks has to truly pan out, and I'm hoping he does.
Well, they always pan out when we give them to the Yankees.
Yeah.
And when I say give, I mean gift. Because what do we ever get?
You've got some quality bats back. Great bats, maybe not, but some quality bats back.
Mm-hmm.
The pitching, though, as I saw a video earlier this week where they actually ranked the Pirates' pitching rotation as one of the top 10 in major leagues. Like, really, there's some untested parts of that rotation, but any rotation that's anchored by Paul Skeens is a good rotation.
Mm-hmm.
The bullpen is pretty good too.
Which has been a weakness.
A little bit, yeah. I think more about how it's managed.
Oh yeah. And I think they got rid of that problem.
Yeah, I don't know how good of a major league manager Don Kelly is. He is a great story because that guy is a Yinzer through and through.
Donnie Kelly.
That's right. I think it's great to have him here, but
this year's going to be his.
Yeah, but although what are your expectations? Like, I mean,
have fun.
Well, yeah, I think as long as we're all just having fun, that's all that really matters, right? I feel like probably 80 to 85 wins is realistic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going out on a limb. They will finish in the top 2 or 3 of the NL Central, and they will make the playoffs. I feel it.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how that one plays out.
This roster feels different than I think it has in a while.
11-6.
1 of 162.
To the Mets.
The Mets aren't.
The Mets aren't bad. They're not bad.
Not great, but it's just 1 of 162. Like, you may go and beat the same team twice that you got shelled by today and tomorrow.
They got a chance.
So I think we need to pump the brakes. You can even forget that Thursday happened and move on.
Yes, but no. I don't. Well, yeah. Yes, in the manner in which you're saying. No, you can't forget it happened though, because that was bad.
Well, yeah. I mean, you learn from it and move on. I mean, you don't forget that it happened, but I just don't think it should preclude you from having some optimism.
I get that.
Because
I get that. I choose positivity every day.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we're playing baseball through September, and this is March.
We got a lot of baseball to play.
Yes. The arrow is still pointing up. I firmly believe that.
You're big on that quote today.
The arrow is pointing up?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather the arrow point up than down, so...
That's every day of the week.
That's right.
Speaking of maybe up at a diagonal, how about the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Okay, I was happy with
I think it's up. I said up at it. If we could just tell him no, we're pointing straight up. But we got maybe not hard diagonal, but maybe like this angle.
Yeah, I kept saying as they kept signing free agents, I'm like, do quarterback next. Do quarterback next. Like, I don't. So I want to get back to the quarterback in a second. But
Yeah.
everything they did around the quarterback was pretty solid.
Whoever's going to be a quarterback he's got some support.
Like, there's no excuse now. Like, I think Pittman was a great pickup.
Absolutely.
I think he serves a need, like an intermediate type route runner, because you can send DK down the field.
Now you can open up a go ball.
That's right. But I still there's still room for more there, because I honestly didn't even realize Calvin Austin was a free agent.
Yeah.
Not that he was good, but at least he was a warm body.
Right.
To catch passes.
I like Calvin Austin.
He had moments, but I think towards the end he had more bad moments than I thought good moments.
Only won him the game against Baltimore.
Yeah, but and this may be jumping ahead, but the name I would love to hear called on Thursday the 26th or whatever is Jordan Tyson from Arizona State.
Yeah,
that is kind of the pick that I'm rooting for.
Right.
Because you could play Pittman inside then, and you could play Tyson and DK.
Now here's my question, and I don't hate that. I don't hate that plan. And they've made some moves in free agency to maybe negate the need for what I'm about to go to. But as I talked about last week, Josh.
Sorry.
I think getting Pittman allows you the wiggle room to maybe say, let's go solidify our offensive line in round one.
Sure.
I think you need a tackle. Well, they signed who from Dallas? What's his name? I forget.
Yeah.
But he's not. I think he's a depth guy.
Yeah.
You need to, because the Broderick Jones experiment to me, I've said it multiple times.
He may never play again.
I want to be elegant in how I phrase this, but that might be the best thing for everybody.
Well, yeah,
I don't want to. I'm not rooting for a guy to be injured.
He had his moments, right? Like it wasn't all bad. But
yeah, his number one moment was tackling our quarterback.
Well, yeah, that was something that happened.
I mean, I don't think, and I know character is overshadowed a lot now in terms of the game. I don't think he's a mature individual in a spot where you need to be.
He's a Georgia Bulldog.
I was gonna try to counter that, but I mean, you can't right now. And I love Kirby. I love what Kirby does.
He's a great coach, but
he doesn't produce solid characters. But I do think you have an opportunity with Pittman. I don't hate your concept because I think that would be good. But do you take? We have Pittman. We'll pick early-ish on Friday.
Yeah.
Do we get a solid tackle, being that we are somehow still late round on Thursday? Do we solidify somebody at the tackle spot? Let's really strengthen that group. We have a better receiving core than we had. Let's go get one round two.
I'll put it this way. If the player's name that's called on Thursday night is on the offensive side of the ball,
it's a good move.
I'll be okay with that.
Except for one position.
Yeah, until they take Ty Simpson.
I will fight my way through that crowd to walk out of there.
I still until the end of the first round Thursday night, I'm still convinced that the owner of the team wants to make this thing a show, and they're going to make some, I call it an immaculate pitch to go up in the first round and do something that we're all going to regret. I feel like because these events don't ever come to Pittsburgh, and I think he wants to make it a showcase.
Yeah.
So I just am a little afraid that. I mean,
was it with you that I made my sentiments known about Arthur?
It was. Like, if you think back to the Devin Bush trade,
yeah.
I had to tell him I think we all thought that was a good move, and it didn't work out. Although he's turned himself into a solid player.
He's playing well.
But I think he had some growing up to do.
Yeah.
And he did that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I feel like if they went that route
mm-hmm.
and did I moved up 10 spots, I think I could live with that, because that's probably only going to cost you like a day 1 and day 2 pick, or day 2 pick. Like, I'd be okay with that.
And they have 3 picks on Friday.
Okay.
I think 3 or 4.
So I mean, you have some to spare. So yeah. I would be okay with that. Again, like an offensive line player.
Mm-hmm.
I think center is the only thing that's really spoken for.
Yeah, but I think in the interior offensive line, I think you're okay. I don't think that center. Yeah. They're set. I mean, maybe if you can get a tweener,
yeah,
that can play either guard or tackle. I think I don't hate that, but I think I don't think they were awful at guard. What they're lacking
is a left tackle.
It's a left tackle.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I really
and they gotta quit. And I don't want to going back to the Broderick Jones experiment. I don't think all of that is on Broderick Jones.
The coaching was bad.
The coaching was horrible. And it may, for people that don't know the intricacies of football, whilst it may seem minimal, the difference between left tackle and right tackle is astronomical.
Oh yeah.
It's you play it completely differently. It's so different.
That's right.
I mean, that's a whole episode on the differences from left to right tackle. So them flipping him around like that kills him.
So when they lost, Mike Munchak, who was the offensive line coach, that really took a turn. Mm-hmm. I think, and you saw the drop off, and it just wasn't the same.
Yes.
After that.
Yes.
But I thought they made. I thought this was probably Omar Khan's finest hour.
It was.
I have no idea. I still think Aaron Rodgers is probably going to play another year here, which, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awful.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is. And but my thing, and I will argue this through the day he's gone, is we are going to be average to bad. I think we've taken steps, but just because of that position, if nothing else, we are going to be average to bad. Why not be average to bad with a young quarterback that we can figure out? I forget. I worked at a different office on Friday, and a customer came in and we were talking draft, and he goes, "You know how we got Terry? Because we were bad. You know how we got Ben? Because we were bad." And I've said it before on the show, as much as I am a believer in Will Howard, I'm not saying he's the answer, but let's go down with a young guy.
So I don't think they're believers in Will Howard. If you've kind of been reading the tea leaves a little bit lately,
mm-hmm.
I think there's more fire than smoke here.
Yeah.
That maybe there's something there that they don't like, because they're kind of going out of their way to avoid him.
That's probably Arthur Rooney with his head up his own hindquarters.
I think the one thing, when we talk about 62 or 63-year-old 62-year-old Mike McCarthy.
Thank you for respecting the show.
He does quarterbacks well.
He does.
So if there's something there that he doesn't like, I'm not saying I'm going to trust it, but I'm going to believe it a little bit more than maybe Mike Tomlin.
Well, I trust anything.
But like I still think like the name, if you want to talk quarterback, not Thursday night, but if you want to talk quarterback for draft weekend in Pittsburgh, Garrett Nussmeier is the name to watch.
Yeah,
and that's another one.
And he's a third round quarterback.
Yeah, and he would be like.
I'd be okay with him in the third round.
If you pick him and you bring Aaron Rodgers back, I'm a little. I mean, I'm still not okay with it.
Well, who do you drop? Mason or Howard?
Probably Mason.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hope it's. I can't stand Mason Rudolph. I just.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I thought this was Jaquan Brisker. I thought was a great pickup. He's a solid player, local kid. So, but more than the local kid story, he's a good football player.
Yes.
So I'm happy with that move. So focus on the offense and remember you got to score more points than you give up. So you actually have to be able to play offense.
Yes. What do you think the draft's going to be like? You think the city's ready?
No.
It's going to be a disaster.
I
can't wait.
I was just down there on Wednesday, and they've got work to do.
Yeah.
Like, you can see some things starting to take shape. Look, I am thrilled for this opportunity for the city. I think I was asked about it a couple of times, and I have been asked about it a couple of times if I'm going to go to the draft or not. And
mainly by me.
Well, you and others. Thursday and Friday probably not.
Yeah.
But Saturday is possible. This is a great opportunity for this city. Like,
absolutely.
Really. But what I've said more than anything else, even if I watch it from home, and I said this about College Game Day, is it's just going to be really cool to have cameras outside of the stadium.
Yeah. To
put spotlights on the city itself.
Greatest city in the world. And hands down.
Other areas outside of the city. That's the one thing that when you have sporting events on TV, you're obviously watching it for the sporting event. But right. I'm excited to be able to see Pittsburgh. Like watching it on ESPN or NFL Network. I'm going to be excited to see different places in the city. So that's something I'm looking forward to. But they've got
a lot of work to do. Anything to share in the realm of
Yeah, so Tyler Reddick.
Nascar.
Tyler Reddick has won 2/3 of the races so far this year. And it's not like, I mean, if you want to talk about the drafting tracks being fluke wins, like sometimes it's just so Daytona and Talladega. Talladega and Atlanta now.
Boldest race.
So they have different packages in the cars where they are closer together and they use the air to push each other along and they race in closer packs than on your traditional track.
I just race on pure speed, baby.
Yeah, okay, Lightning McQueen over here.
I am speed.
So, I think you can look at the first 2 wins as fluky kind of wins, but his last 2 were not.
Yeah. Like,
they were dominant, car was great, better than everybody else on the track type wins. I think he had a lot going on last year because if you look this year versus last year, he didn't do very well last year, but he had a lot of personal events going on as well as the lawsuit that I talked about last time. Like, there was a lot going on for that company last year. But they're all bought back in. You know, Tyler's got like a 95-point lead on second place right now, which is pretty incredible, and with the new point format.
A lot of miles left to drive, though.
That's right. He's got himself set up, and Bubba Wallace is, I think, in the top 3 or 4 in points, too. The third driver isn't doing all that well, but I think the expectations are pretty low for him.
Who is it?
Riley Herbst. He drives Monster Energy car. So the expectations are pretty low for him. There's a lot of miles left to drive. There are teams that aren't maybe performing up to what somebody might somebody that is in the world of NASCAR thinking like Hendrick Motorsports is not performing up to standard right now. This is the longest into a season Hendrick Motorsports has gone without a win, and I think like 20 or 25 years.
So they got Jeff Gordon.
Not even well.
They do have Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon is the vice chairman or something of
driving the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet. You gotta say Chevy.
This is why we don't talk NASCAR.
No, I mean,
but it's been a really good season so far. They're in Martinsville this weekend, short track circuit. So
it's a tough one on my NASCAR game. I do enjoy. Kate knows. If I like any video game anymore, I just play. I just drive NASCAR.
It's a fun track. I'd like to go there at some point. That is a track on my bucket list. Relax.
Road trip.
Yeah. So looking forward to the rest of the season. I think you mentioned a hot take.
Yes.
So I listened to all of the NASCAR podcasts. I listened to the Dale Jr. download earlier this week.
I was going to say, did you listen to those this week?
Yes, I did. But they were talking about the NASCAR Hall of Fame. NASCAR Hall of Fame is a little different than some other halls of fame where NASCAR is in the name, but it's open to almost any non F1 or IndyCar forms of auto sport. So your modifieds, some local tracks and such, but all of the feeder systems. Generally, if somebody truly made an impact, you may see them on the ballot.
Yeah.
There was a take made by one of the producers on the show that it's not the Hall of Good, it's the Hall of Fame. And he thought that only drivers that were in the Cup Series, which is NASCAR's top level, should be eligible. You would be excluding some really great drivers that paved the way, like his boss, Dale Jr., won 26 times in the Cup Series. Never sniffed a championship, but won 2 then Busch Series championships, which is the second tier in NASCAR system. But there are a lot of really great drivers that made an impact at that level.
Right.
That you have to bring money to the table.
Correct.
The driver has to bring money to the table, and what I mean by money is sponsorship.
Yeah.
So there are some really great drivers that weren't able to find success or ride at the next level because, their dad didn't have a connection that was able to put a sticker on the car. But there are really great drivers that made an impact at other levels than just the Cup Series that deserve to be remembered forever. And that was a horrible take. Don't think that guy has the means to be making statements like that.
Yeah.
But it was disappointing.
It seems like a great guy.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by it, but I was a little disappointed by that take.
Right.
I mean, I understand where he's coming from, but it doesn't mean he's not wrong.
Right. I get it. Did you enjoy your segment?
I would talk about NASCAR for 3 hours.
We did one of these episodes. We're going to have Josh come on, and the only thing we're going to do is Josh is going to teach me NASCAR. Because here's the thing, and I said the last time, and maybe you disagree because of the twang I get when we talk NASCAR. I respect it far more now than I ever did. And I think you have to encompass everything in there. I think it's taxing on the drivers, but at the same time, the pit crews are athletic as all get out.
Yeah.
So
I like former football players.
Yeah. So I like to have my fun, because you get all and stuff, but but at the same time, I can't sit and watch it for 3 hours on a TV. Honestly, almost for the same reason we'll talk here in a second. We're gonna get into WWE. When you like watching a sport where they purely control what you see, like you don't get the holistic approach and the holistic experience. I could go to a race and sit there and watch the race, and I will be entertained, and I probably won't get twangy.
I think it depends on the broadcast partner too.
Yeah.
Fox does a really, really, really bad job.
NASCAR. Oh, Fox.
But the other partners, it gets better.
Mm-hmm.
I think the later you get.
NBC's been pretty good.
NBC, I thought Amazon Prime did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
And TNT, which I think they use most of the same crew as Prime does. So I think the other broadcast partners do a really great job. Fox, I think, leaves a lot to be desired.
I'm getting pretty excited for what we're hearing in the background. If you hear anything, folks, it is early Saturday morning. Kait's making bacon, and I'm stoked.
Wow.
I probably should have told her how you like your bacon, because you eat, very side note, you eat your bacon significantly different than me and Kate. Kait's making breakfast. We're pretty stoked about it. World Wrestling Entertainment. Went to Smackdown last night. Well, it was last night when we were recording, Friday night. I got all giddy. I was like, ooh, we're going to Smackdown. Kate was, I don't know that were you overly excited to go, dear?
No.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate the honesty.
The things Kate does for love. But, it was the show. We'll talk. I have the Bleacher Report deal pulled up, and we can talk. It doesn't look like things are grading very well.
It seemed like, I mean, the grades are kind of par for the course, though. With where we're at.
Yeah.
Right now, like, I feel like everything just ends up being a C.
Yeah.
Anymore. Because that's why we do what we do.
Right.
As Triple H would say, is just to get a C grade. I mean, it says something when they had to ask ESPN to stop grading premium live event matches because it's just
it's bad.
I don't want to say it's bad. It's just
it's not good.
Like I have a really hard time watching the weekly episodic shows now. Like
I have grown away from them.
It's just so much filler.
Yes.
So much filler. Like,
and I will say that last night, SmackDown's a 3-hour show. They could have accomplished what they needed to in 2 hours.
I think eventually they're going to get back to that. Like, I think at some point in time you're going to go away from the 3-hour shows and back to the 2-hour shows. And I don't even think, like, Raw is always a 2-hour show anymore on Netflix.
But 3-hour.
Raw's no longer 3 hours.
Yeah.
Is it a 3-hour show?
No. Well, their commercial breaks are also fewer and less.
Okay. So, I mean, I don't think it needs to be a 3-hour show.
And that's the thing with live. I mean, I don't love commercials watching TV, but I think when you're there live, it's oh my gosh.
So I've never
So
been
long.
to like a live taping. Like
we've been to a live taping, but they didn't have don't have commercial breaks.
Yeah, so when it's
I
think we did one where they pre-recorded the SmackDown.
The New Year's episode.
Yeah, so when you were there last night, that's always something I've been curious about. When you're there for a live, like it's on TV at the same time showing.
It's so dry.
Like what did they do during the commercial breaks?
They had DX cam. They had the cursed camp sign of the night.
So did they stop the matches?
No.
Okay.
No, the matches kept going.
Matches kept going.
Yeah, if a match was occurring, they kept the match going. But like the first match of the night was the women's tag team match, and the Bella twins entered the ring going into a commercial break. At the start, they just cut the song, go into, that was the sign cam. And then you know when they're coming back because they either cut to a backstage segment. I think they cut to the Randy requesting a match segment, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
And then you know they're coming back to the match because out of nowhere, all of a sudden, the entrance song starts playing again, and the graphics come up.
And then sometimes that happened for like every match. Like one person would come in and have to stand in the mat for like 3 minutes.
About 2.5, I think, is
and
the standard.
Some would go and like meet the fans, but other ones would just sit there. The one lady just sat on the rope the whole time.
Oh.
Yeah.
At least the
Julia.
Bellas, they were like looking at
the Bellas were
time,
interactive.
and they were like waving. They didn't get off.
Well, they're from an era of WWE where that I think you're getting away from that in some of the modern talent. The one thing I'll shout out, and I think Kate noticed it maybe before I did, or we noticed it at the same time, and this wasn't part of the show, it was a dark match, but you had Grayson Waller, who's a heel.
Yep.
I think seeing it live, and it was pre-show, so like they weren't live, but he was in a dark match. He had a family up at the front that wanted to go, can we take a picture? And he sets him up, and he did it. He set him up as a heel. I mean, he played the heel role where he got like into the picture and then he like ducked out and ran. But then, and he had a shirt that he wore to the ring. He stops the official who's like urging them because they're 5 minutes out from live.
Yeah.
He makes sure the official gets the kid his shirt that he wore to the ring.
Okay.
And so that seeing that's cool, but kayfabe isn't completely gone, but you know you can appreciate those moments. But no, commercial breaks are dry. If they're in a match, the match keeps going. Like you don't know you're in a commercial break when you're in a match, but segment wise or pre-match, you know, and it's rough. Let's go through the show. I think so. Randy Orton, the heel, is back. I love it. I'm torn.
They turned the wrong guy heel.
Yes, I love a heel Randy Orton.
Yeah,
but they need to turn Cody heel, and
it's just been more fresh.
Well, and I mean, as excited as the crowd last night was to see Cody come out, and do their segment that we'll get to. They're tired of Cody.
It's just the same, and it took me a little while to get to this point, but it's just the same thing over and over again. What do you want to talk about? Like cutting the same promo every time he's out there.
Oh, and they showed, so he ended the night with him and Randy just beating each other up. We'll get there. But they filmed him. So they cut to the bus after Randy's match. They cut to the bus. We'll get there. We won't skip ahead too far. I'll gripe about that at the end. But it's the same old, same old. I thought Bleacher Report was gracious in giving the Randy opening segment a C. I thought it was bad. I mean, it didn't do anything.
That's basically what they said.
It didn't do anything. He came out and heard voices. I hear voices in my head and stuff, but like the pop he got was off. That I love that part. But
I think it's hilarious when they turn somebody heel
and they
get more cheers
than
because I think what the WWE fans are craving now more than anything else is just something authentic.
Yes.
And I think sometimes a face comes off as unauthentic because they're trying too hard to be the nice guy, to be the I just want to do this for the love of the game.
Yeah.
No. Like you don't mean that. Like
right.
We all know you don't mean that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's why Becky Lynch got as over as she did when they tried to turn her heel and they basically ended up turning her to like the ultimate baby face.
Right. First match of the night was the Bella Twins versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Bleacher Report gave them a C. I didn't think it was a horrible match. I think they did a good job of setting up what I think is inevitably going to be a fatal 4-way tag team match for the women's tag championships at WrestleMania. I thought it was okay. I think Nikki got hurt last night, which may put a damper in that. But I mean, it was okay. It was an opener.
Yeah,
It wasn't horrible. Rhea Ripley for BFAB. I don't know who BFAB is. I mean,
she's been used sparingly.
That was a horrible waste of a segment.
Yeah, again, I think they're just looking for ways to get her in front of an audience, and that was just a setup. You have 3 heels take out a face.
Can I tell you how great it was to see an R-Truth segment live? Did you get to see
I did not, but I mean he's a national treasure.
Jelly Roll was on the show, who I think we'll talk about the Jelly Roll match, but he was mixing him up with Dom and all this stuff, and then it was great.
For those that are watching and listening,
you gotta watch R-Truth.
R-Truth plays a very
Ron Killings,
lovable, not dumb, but naive, kind of like a Rose Nyland type of character in WWE.
Mm-hmm. No, it was good. It was he's you have to introduce who Rose Nyland is to this generation, Josh. You can't.
Rose Nyland is one of the main characters of the best.
One of the
best series that came out of the 90s, the Golden Girls.
Mm-hmm. It was a good show. Next match, I would nominate it. I don't know if it would win for match of the night. Definitely pop of the night. Jelly Roll versus Kit Wilson, and I think that might have been the sole reason we went. Was to see it was Jelly Roll's first singles match, Jelly Roll's first win in WWE. Jelly Roll comes out. I mean, and when I say match of the night, it was far from it. I think I give a lot of kudos to Jelly Roll. He's really kind of grabbed the hold of the I'm not a wrestler, but I want to be able to wrestle. And he's worked it. He's kind of got the Dusty Rhodes thing going on. First off, congratulations to him. I mean, he looks good.
That guy's worked hard on himself.
Yeah.
Worked extremely hard on himself. So good for him.
So, coming out to Toby Keith, though, big fan of that. Big fan of that. It was an okay match, but the pop he got with the win was huge.
I guess I'm just curious where they're going.
There's got to be something at Mania. I don't know if he has a singles match.
Yeah.
But we'll get there. Carmelo Hayes versus Sami Zayn. Probably most definitely the match of the night. I think Kate did get excited during that one, during the false finishes, and I thought that was probably the most well put together match. And I think that leaves it's one of the best storyline providers of the evening due to longevity. I think match wise it was great. It got an A-, the best grade of the night. But they had
surprising for the guys who were in the match though.
No, but they had a backstage segment that led to it where Trick Williams, who I love his entrance. I love his entrance. Was given, he was told he was going to have a match at Mania. Sammy was told he wasn't, and he's like, okay, well, I'm going to go get a match at WrestleMania. Goes and wins the United States Championship to set up what was announced as Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams for the United States Championship at WrestleMania. Don't count out that being a triple threat match.
I would assure you
it's going to be a triple threat match. But I thought that it was a phenomenal match of the night. It was just very entertaining. Where do we go? I love what they're doing with McIntyre and Jacob Fatu.
I think they had to. I think they put themselves in a box with taking the title off of Drew the way they did, where I think they really irritated some fans over that.
Yeah.
I think they had to work hard to get people invested in that. I think the only gripe I would have is Pajak and I were talking last night, and we were hoping that maybe that match might end up being in a Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania, and I think the added stipulation of an unsanctioned match, is
I almost like that more because you can go anywhere.
Yeah.
And they're just going to beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah, but I think that would have been a great payoff inside the cell.
Yeah.
But, it doesn't take it off the table. But those two guys are going to go to war.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shocker of the evening. Kate's going to be very surprised. One of the higher grading matches of the night. Julia versus Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah,
got a C+. I have never been to any event, whether it be sports entertainment, concert, show, anything, that had such a flat crowd.
You were at Pitt Boston College this past
year. Yeah, that was a flat crowd. Yes, fair enough. It was so bad. It was such a bad match. And I mean, credit to them. They were trying, and it just didn't hit. I don't know. I don't think the chemistry was there very well. If they try to take that to Mania, I think that's a bad move because, Tiffany Stratton is good.
I mean, neither one of them has a title right now, right?
Julia is the Women's United States champion.
So, they may have more than one.
Yeah.
But
the chemistry's just not there.
No.
I think Chelsea Green may find her way into something. Because then that's the point here. They had a backstage segment with her, and she continues to make every second that she's on screen matter, and I do believe that that's something Chelsea Green does very well.
Oh, yeah. She may be I don't want to say the best character they have, but
one of the.
Yes.
Speaking of Chelsea Green, we'll pivot to her husband, Randy Orton versus Matt Cardona. I also think they gave this a little bit of a gracious grade and a C+. It wasn't a great match. It was a great Randy Orton coming out, beating the hell out of a guy he hurt last week, hitting the RKO, get the pin. Here comes Cody.
Yeah. Matt's probably only on this show because of Cody anyway.
Right.
If we're really being honest.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just a forced way of getting one of Cody's friends on a TV.
Right. I loved them, Cody and Randy, just coming out and beating each other up. I thought it was entertaining. I did. Excuse me. But the one thing that I told Kate, I leaned over to Kate right before it happened, and I go, for as long as they've let them do this tonight, there's got to be a big payoff. There's got to be something. And as I finished that sentence, out walks Jelly Roll.
Oh, yeah.
And they continue to beat each other up a little bit. Jelly Roll gets RKO'd. He finds his way, obviously, not into the match. I don't know that he has a singles match because he's good for a Friday Night Smackdown singles match. He can't carry a Mania match, but he can be involved somewhere in the Randy Cody storyline.
Yeah, he may be in Cody's corner or something like that.
Yeah, which would surprise me because my pick for that match, which I don't know that it'll be the match of Mania. I think Punk and Roman are going to be the match of Mania.
Those two guys,
are
not to go away from this, but that feud is so personal.
It is, and they're doing such a good job at it.
I can't remember the timing of this. Last time I was here, had they done
they hadn't done the bury you next to your father.
That was almost a reach too far.
And I'm surprised because again, I don't think as off script as Punk can be, and because he's going to do his own thing no matter what, I'm surprised he did that.
That was uncalled for. It just was like,
and I'm surprised, and I know because he is a professional too. For as family oriented as that line and that lineage is, it was his dad Sika or Rafa. I think it was Sika.
I can't remember.
Roman Reigns' father. I think it's Sika, but either way, it's one of the Wild Samoans, in the Rock's family line. In the what's the last name?
I can't. I don't know.
But the lineage of Samoans in wrestling. I'm surprised. Because it's not off script. Like, they know what's coming.
Well, I don't know that for certain, because I feel like Roman was maybe a little taken aback by that.
Yeah, you could kind of see it.
But, like, you can...
It's personal.
It's personal now, and
That's gonna be the match of Mania. I don't want to say it's a shame Roman's gonna beat him.
He's not gonna beat him.
I don't see Punk winning that match.
I'll still pick him, because I don't know how long Roman sticks around.
How much more does Punk have?
I think Punk's gonna go a little while longer.
Yeah.
I think he's got a little more gas in the tank. He looks good.
He does. He's wrestling well.
So, I think, sorry to get you off track there.
No, I like it.
The Cody Rhodes Randy thing, I don't know. I have a hard time with that, because
Randy's going to win that match. Randy should win that match.
It took me a long time to get here. And I know there are certain people that may listen to this episode that were trying to get me to that point where admitting Cody was a waste of time. Like, they kept doing the same thing. Yeah. But I'm there. I just would like to see something different. Putting the title on Randy, I think would even I would be okay with that being like a shorter reign, as long as they don't put the title back on Cody,
which is what they would do.
Yeah,
probably at a Backlash, or maybe a little bit farther.
Yeah,
just to get Randy to 15, because I also think that opens the door. I know Cena's done in ring, but that opens the door for Cena to be a part of the show.
I think he should be, but I don't think he will be
for a little bit.
Yeah, I think he probably. I'll bet he goes into the Hall of Fame next year.
Yeah, and that'll probably be but giving Randy 15 gets him closer.
He won't. I don't think Randy will beat the number.
Randy won't beat the number, but it gets him closer to.
Although Randy's got probably 6, 7, or 8 good years left.
No.
He's talked about wrestling for 10 more years.
No.
He's in great shape.
Well, the way he works his calendar right now, yeah, he probably could. 10 I think is a stretch.
He doesn't have to be physical all the time.
Yeah.
So, this WrestleMania card, I really like. I don't know what to expect. They've got.
Should be good 2 nights.
2 great championship headliners. The Cody Randy match, regardless of everything else, it'll be a good match. Great match. Punk and Reigns will be a great match, because this will be the last time you and I probably do this before WrestleMania's
There's a good chance
after your birthday.
Yeah.
No,
it's the weekend before.
Is it? Okay.
It is. The 18th and 19th.
That's right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I don't know. It's still holiday too. That's a holiday too.
It is.
So I'm glad they do it 2 nights. I don't love every pay-per-view being 2 nights.
But Mania, the Mania and SummerSlam, I'm okay with.
I remember watching before they shifted to the 2-night thing, watching WrestleMania till 1 o'clock in the morning.
And you're just there dragging.
I'm like, why? Why?
And they drag the show.
Yes. So the two night deal is better for everyone involved, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And talent and fans.
Yes.
'Cause I can't even imagine, like, if you're the main event, like, just
waiting,
because I'm sure they're not getting there at like 4:00 in the afternoon. They're probably there at 9 a.m. like all day.
It's a long day.
So we're looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Well,
remember, this was game 1 of 162. There's still
dumpster fire.
There's still hope. I'm not ready.
Cling to hope.
I'm not ready to give it up yet.
I'm glad you circled back to that. Well, we thank you, Josh, for coming back. We'll probably be seeing you soon. I know if nothing else, our mother loves this.
Hey, I enjoy this.
This is fun.
Like,
it's fun.
Just getting to talk
brotherly
about
banter. I mean, folks, this was the writing of the episode. Like we wrote the brotherly banter is good.
The one thing that we have very much in common is our passion for all things sports.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to talk about it.
It is.
I know not everybody loves the WWE stuff.
Hopefully we bring fandom.
Like, I mean, and it's not for everybody.
It's not.
And it doesn't have to be. That's the beauty of it all. Like, it doesn't have to be your thing.
Right.
But it's something to talk about. You know, I know I had some conversation with some friends of mine after our last episode and talking about, I think you and I talked about the Mount Rushmore of WWE and
a little sort of not formally,
a little
but
bit,
yeah,
but like that spurred some conversation. So it just gets people talking.
It is. It's fun. I love it.
So I appreciate you
wrestling.
Back here.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow us on all things, well, not all things social media. We're not on X. Did you like that?
That was good.
Thank you. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Catch us on YouTube. Catch us wherever you listen to your podcasts. Our quote today comes from probably one. He was not a part of the dumpster fire.
The greatest Pittsburgh pirate of all time.
One of the greatest Pittsburgh athlete.
Okay.
One of the.
Yeah.
It's tough to say.
Yeah.
But Roberto Clemente quote of give you a little bit of hope now. You're big on the arrow pointing up. So Roberto Clemente quote: "Anytime you have an opportunity to make a difference in this world and you don't, then you are wasting your time on Earth." I couldn't agree more. Go out and make a difference this week and into the future. Always remember to keep thinking. We'll see you next week.